Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be the first and potentially last giant bomb. No, I'm not talking about the woke gaming collective of 2025 for Ubisoft. I don't know what else is on their release schedule, and bro, if they can't get out from underneath the gigantic PR rock that is Shadow, it will definitely be the only disaster that they have to work with in 2025, which might actually be, a plus for them, because how many L's did they take in 2024? Holy Skull and Bones, Defiant, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, and then of course Star Wars Outlaws. Them pushing Shadows to 2025 might have just ended up prolonging the damage, but not making it any less painful, because now we're starting to get a little bit more insight. Well, they're supposed to be developing this game even more, making, adding a bit of polish, adding a little bit more substance to the product. Now they're just wondering, where can we attract the customers? Okay, we've driven them off over the past decade of slop we have been pushing out. There's a reason that the term Ubi slop comes out whenever anyone hears open world game design. But now they're wondering, Ubisoft does not know where players are and how the company can reach them. Well, I don't know, maybe by putting out a good game? Putting out something of high enough quality to win back an audience that you have spurned? Maybe, but you could just try that. Assassin's Creed executive producer Marc Alexis Cote recently admitted that Ubisoft does not know where players are and does not know how to reach players with its games. During a Q&A portion of an interview at the XDS24 conference, Cote was asked how external development will affect Ubisoft in the next 3 to 5 years. He responded, "I think we are in an era of peak change. I don't know what the industry is going to look like in 5 years, but clearly we are transforming." Yeah, Ubisoft won't be around. And I think that it can create anxiety. I see it as a challenge that we need to solve together, because whether it's in the AAA or even in a more indie space, the recipe for success has, as it's been in the last maybe 20 years, is dramatically shifting. So we need to innovate. Wow, what a revolutionary idea there, Mark. We need to control our costs because they have ballooned clearly over the last 5 years. Well, I mean, reports for Skull and Bones' absolutely failed campaign was what, $700 million, the biggest marketing budget in Ubisoft history. Star Wars Outlaws culminated in 1.2 million copies sold. Fantastic. Yeah, costs have ballooned. Yeah, mostly because you've stocked the halls of Ubisoft with more activists than passionate developers. I think you probably know what ended up happening. I think innovate should be synonymous with pink slip and losers. Next, he shared how the company does not know where players are and doesn't know how to get them to play their games. Oh boy, we need to find where the players are, which has been a question I've been having for the last 2 years. Where are the players? Where are they playing? Where do we reach them? It's all become clear in the coming years as our industry transforms. Yeah, they're everywhere. Like, okay, I can kind of understand potentially what he was getting at without having full context on that answer right there. But yeah, where are they? Well, they're mostly on PC. Okay, if they want to be on the move, they're on the Switch, and fewer people are being ardent console players. Like, somebody might have a PS5 if they don't want to, take the jump to PC, but overall, like, you could see your other competitors in the AAA space getting massive gains, making massive inroads by simply releasing a day-and-date PC port. Just take a look at Capcom. They went from the bottom of the barrel, a point in time, well, not quite as bad as where Ubisoft is at right now, and then just decided to go, yeah, screw our exclusivity deals. We're going to go everywhere, just shotgun blast the industry whenever they have a big release on the horizon. You know what? They've done incredibly well. Their game quality has not suffered at all. In fact, you take a look at any of the Resident Evil remakes, the upcoming Monster Hunter Wilds, it's like, bro, they are rolling in it for great reason. Just specifically, take a look at the example between the quality of Street Fighter V compared to Street Fighter VI. Case closed. Ironically, earlier in the same interview, Cote revealed that one of the company's main goals with its games is to change people. He revealed that one of the first questions that Yves Guillemot asks when he's being pitched by developers within the game is, what will players learn? Oh my God. not. Yeah, this is one of the assholes alongside, Chinese corporation Tencent that wants to take Ubisoft private again. Yeah, like I said, that's not going to solve Ubisoft's problem. That's just simply going to delay the inevitable, that Ubisoft is done as a company. No, what will players learn? What will players learn? No. It's not entertain the customer. How are we going to make a game that is going to stand the test of time? No, what are we going to teach? How are we going to preach to our audience? This is why you lose. Gote explained why he asked this question. What I think has driven Eves for 37 years now is the idea that video games can change the world. You start changing the world by changing people. Yeah, that was when you were on top of the world, okay, at Ubisoft, when you guys were cranking out high quality products, when you were putting on E3 presentations that people were waiting to see. Not now, just waiting to see what you release so they can mock it for being an unfinished, buggy, woke disaster. But yeah, no, you go ahead, you try to change the world with video games, and then it ends up with 83 players, 2,615 people playing your quadruple A experience, closing down the studio that made your most recent Prince of Persia game. Star Wars Outlaws, do I even need to reiterate this? But no. Where are the gamers? Where are the players? They aren't playing your games, bro. Okay? And you deciding to try to monetize this. Remember, there was not going to be a season pass or anything like that for Assassin's Creed Shadows. They were going back to the drawing board on this. No day one DLC. Okay, there was going to be a lot of stuff folded in with a new release in February of this title. But no. Now they're going to have a battle pass. So now they're going to try to rope in live service elements into this catastrophe. Good luck on that one. Is there an Assassin's Creed Battle Pass on the horizon? Recent Ubisoft leaks would indicate as much. While Ubisoft has never done a Battle Pass system for a long-running historical action-adventure series, leaked images surfaced this week that shows various Battle Pass rewards for the upcoming title. This is not good. However, Ubisoft has been scrubbing the internet to these images and copyright striking creators who post it. The developer has not yet confirmed or denied whether this leak is legitimate or not ahead of the game's February release. According to data mined content, players could complete daily missions as part of the Animus Hub, where 20 Battle Pass tiers listed the players provide with cosmetic gear. One image showed Yasuke, the game's controversial protagonist, standing within the hub. If these leaks prove to be true, players will embark on daily quests to earn Isu coins. Vice has then reported that there could be collaborations with brands like Bathing Ape. Are you having a laugh? Okay, I understand that that's a very prominent fashion company. Okay, it's been around for a minute, but you already have you've got Yasuke, and then you've got a Bathing Ape. Okay, a Visa and more. See, there you go. That's how they're going to bolster the sales. That's how they're going to wade through this disaster even further. Just get big budget advertisers. Just have a lot of product placement in it. That's worked out well in the past. After being told that Assassin's Creed Shadows wasn't going to be like their other games, what does Ubisoft mean? Sean Shikani of Vice asked, it's going be even more of a time sucker than Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It just feels like another step backward for the franchise, rather than an exciting step forward. While I would love to explore in a Ubisoft created Japan, another live service game isn't on my radar. Visually, these games are always stunning, but I fear that the days of their best work are far behind them. Yep, and that is very much the case, because at a point in time, and I've talked about this before when we've discussed this game, I used to be a big Assassin's Creed fan. Whenever a new iteration would come out, I would get the collector's edition, I would get the collector's edition guide, I would have all of the stuff. I was ready to go. After Black Flag and the announcement of Unity, it was like, I'm good. And I guess I ended up hopping out at the exact right time, because Unity was the first buggy disaster that launched that has gotten significantly better. And I think it just recently, seemingly out of the blue, man, got a massive update or something like that, like 60 FPS. It ended up getting something. Like, it's kind of crazy, actually. But back in their heyday, after the Ezio trilogy, okay, even after the stumble that was Assassin's Creed 3, if they would have said, okay, cool, we're gonna do something in feudal Japan, oh my god, that would have been just amazing. People would have lost their mind. But now we're well over a decade removed from that point in time, and nobody has faith in Ubisoft. This is after the lackluster Far Cry stuff that they've been doing. This is after the failed promise that was Watch Dogs, after milking the Tom Clancy IP totally dry. Nobody wants this. Nobody's going to play this. This whole idea of putting in these free-to-play mechanics into a full priced game is not going to work at all. Yes, this is abusing microtransactions. This was after, Yves Guillemot and the director of monetization said that gamers need to be comfortable not owning their games. Well, this is the thing. Here we are at the end of the year after they kicked off the year with that statement, and the only thing the gamers have come around to agree with you on is that they're very comfortable in not owning Ubisoft games because, bro, even they know it's shit. And 2025 is going to be a mirror image of 2024 for them. Ubisoft executives say Assassin's Creed Shadows devs think it's the worst thing they've ever seen. Oh God, it's such a slam dunk though, bro. Like a feudal Japan Assassin's Creed game, samurais, ninjas, Japan, and you stuck a black guy in it. What are you thinking? Ubisoft's executive producer for its Assassin's Creed franchise, Marc-Alexis Cote, shared that a number of the developers on Assassin's Creed Shadows believe the game is the worst thing they've ever seen. During the Q&A portion of the interview, he also revealed that many of the people working at Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed franchise have no experience with the franchise. Oh, great, because this always works whenever they bring in some people. What was it? Leslie Headland, okay, the showrunner for Star Wars The Acolyte, the last and final moment of relevance Lucasfilm and Star Wars is going to have for a very long time, specifically brought in creatives that had nothing to do with Star Wars because she thought that would give a new and unique take on the brand. And well, you accomplished that. Oh boy, did you accomplish that. But according to Cote, one of the things that I've noticed since the pandemic is that we have a lot of juniors in our team. Oh great, probably half of the team is building Assassin's Creed, is building a game for the first time. Holy shit, no wonder it had to get put back in the lab to get polished. Half of your team has no idea what they're doing. Like, it's not so much that, we're taking some people that used to work at, or work on Far Cry games. We took some people from over there, at the Jiggered, Prince of Persia, some of our other indie projects that are over there, okay, and we brought them in on this one, one of our tentpole releases of the year. Yeah, they're getting used to working in this environment. No, they just never worked on an Assassin's Creed game before, and this is the first time they're actually working on a game, so they don't know. Even though they're playing the game right now and they think it's the worst thing they've ever seen, it's going to be good. We're going to get there. Right. They have no idea what they're doing. They know that it sucks, but they're playing it, and it's going to be good. I understand that Cote probably wanted to say that as a means of being like, oh, they actually don't know their ass from their elbow, but that's fine because the other half of the team definitely isn't pulling out their hair, definitely isn't, getting burnt out by having to do double their duties, but we can save some money on our ballooning budgets, and that'll overall be a win for us. I haven't had any faith for this project ever since it was announced, and the fact that they're all wrapped up in superfluous metrics. Like, I remember the first time working on Assassin's Creed, like it was a July and the game was shipping in October. I was like, there was no way this thing ended up shipping. Oh, a 91 on Metacritic. Oh, okay, this is good. They're worried about how the journalist class perceives them, and the journalists have already made up their mind on this one. We remember all of the defense that they were running for this abomination earlier this year, but eventually it's going to have to go to market, and eventually we're going to see, because we're going to get day one Steam numbers on this one, and just like with Veilguard, just like with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, name your bomb throughout the year. We're going to see how this is performing. We're going to be able to mock it in real time, and we're going to see a mythical studio, at one point a legendary studio in Ubisoft, crumble in real time to a point where they eventually have to close their doors for good. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.